Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Calhoun's. You know, they got 9 area locations, and at every one you're eating fresh food. That's because whenever possible, they are buying that food fresh from East Tennessee farms. Everything from poultry to the meat to the vegetables. Calhoun's spectacular, great recipes, great menus. Check out any of the 9 area locations. Support them as they support local farmers and the local economy. Calhoun's, a taste of Tennessee. Want to welcome in the next wave of panelists. We have VFLs with us on this desk, all VFLs. Sterling Hinton right here. Daniel Hood right there, Shazan Bradley down there. And I want to remind you, we will be doing an overtime segment later today online. We do it every week. It's a bonus segment, usually runs 20-25 minutes. Go ahead and zip us your questions or topics or even mean tweets, and we will be reading them and talking about them in our overtime segment later today on sportsource.tv. All right, this is the only segment we're going to waste on last night's game, and we're going to talk big picture stuff. First one, Will McBride. It was just one game, and things turned worse once they had to go to their 4 freshman offensive linemen. That's just amazing what they're down to. And they got Will McBride in a position where he just had to throw every down, and Missouri knew what was coming. It started going south on him. But I thought Will McBride, one outing, particularly one half, looked more decisive, looked more quick than Garantano or Dormady. Threw the ball away, took a lick. I thought he looked pretty darn good for a kid that was your true freshman that you were hoping to redshirt. Your thoughts on Will McBride, Mr. Quarterback?
Well, I thought he did an incredible job because the speed of the game at quarterback is just it's so much faster than practice, and it's incredibly fast in high school. And last year, this time, he was in high school. He made some very good decisions, moved the offense when given an opportunity, and I tell you, I was very impressed with Mr. McBride's performance.
You see your quarterback the rest of the way, guys? If Garantano is healthy, who do you use at quarterback against LSU?
McBride. I mean, right now, I think the decision makers, he showed more ability to run. I mean, I know Garantano's got a lot of tape in high school, but when you look at the tape on film, and right now in those games, you're seeing a guy that makes a decision, gets down the field, and has a better run presence, and is more dangerous on the run right now than what the film you've seen on Garantano.
Agreed.
I think when you watch him play, I almost question, like, I want to see what he would have done with, your full offensive line, with all your receivers and that type of stuff, because some of the stuff you're seeing out of it, it's like.
Here's the thing, though. I will defend them a little bit on this one because most staffs, if you've got a veteran junior who knows the offense, who's as hyped as Dormady, if you've got a hotshot recruit like Garantano, you're not going to look at your true freshman and put him in the mix. You're going to try and redshirt him. So I understand that. But at the same time, I don't disagree that, well, you wonder what he could have done earlier in the season. But I understood you were trying to redshirt.
Right,
Last week people were complaining, why are you burning his red shirt? You can't then turn around a week later and say, why didn't you burn his red shirt earlier?
Well, we've already wasted his red shirt years, so let's give him some experience for it. Let's let him play a little bit and get a little experience underneath the bottom, underneath his cuffs there. And I tell you another thing, I just enjoy watching a quarterback run for his life, though. You know what
I mean? Well, you've probably enjoyed it a lot this year, then.
Well, what I would say about the situation with McBride is, and it's something that only I guess a person like myself who played the position would think about. He's had a lot of continuity with the guys that's playing right now.
Because they were all third and fourth string.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's funny to talk about, but in reality, as a person behind that center, it's very good to have that continuity with guys you practice with when you take the field in the game situation.
That offensive line situation is really, I mean, look, we're not going to make excuses, but the injury situation, it does play a role. It's not the real cusp of everything that's gone wrong, but it does have to factor into it. And I've never seen 2 years in a row a team have this many injuries. Just, it's unreal.
Well, as a head coach, as a coach, you have to really learn how to evaluate talent. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at his feet. Is his feet moving? Then if his feet's moving, is he getting to the target? Okay, yes, he's getting to the target. Now, what does he do when he gets to the target? Does he destroy it, or does he just sit there and just watch it? So that's the name of the game. Move the feet, pop him in the mouth, get to the target, and destroy the target. That's football.
Let me get to defense, all right? Improvement. All right. Here's Missouri's offense versus Tennessee's defense last year and this year. Missouri ran for more yards on you last night, 433, than they did last year at 420. That's insane. They didn't pass for as much because they didn't need to, and they had 15 drop passes. Total yards, you cut them down from 740 to 659. Guys, your thoughts on Tennessee defense tackling was terrible. The offense, the perfect example of this team in this game. Offense scratched and clawed and somehow made it 17-17. Missouri's just giving up at the end of the first half. It's 3rd and 10. They hand the ball off. You let it go 65 yards and it leads to a touchdown. That was where the game was lost. That kind of, you fight and fight and fight and you get some momentum and then it's like, do we really have to tackle him on this run up the middle? I don't think so. Your thoughts on the defense and the magic show and everything else?
Defense is worse than it was last year. I mean, in this game.
Okay, so think about what you're saying there.
Yes.
You think it's worse than it was last year?
Right, because you don't have a pass rusher like Barnett, right?
Yep.
And
Derek Barnett.
Derek Barnett. And you're looking at it, and you're looking at the yards this year. Okay, so they had less yards in this game, right? But they took out their first string in the 3rd quarter with about 10 minutes left. That's why they don't have more yards. They were behind last year playing in a close game at one point. This year, they know Tennessee can't score more than 17. It's over.
Your thoughts on the tackling down there, Shazan and then Daniel, my defensive guy?
Well, actually, tackling is very, 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 very simple. You come up, you stay inside out. It's an angles game. You shoot him with your shoulder pads. You shoot him with your hips. You keep your feet moving. You wrap up. We both fall to the ground. I'm gonna put 245 pounds on his back and see if he can carry it from where he's at to the end zone. And he can't. I haven't met a man that can do it yet.
So why is this team not able to do that?
Basic fundamentals are not there. I mean, see, we're too busy evaluating names, and he's a 5-star, he's a 10-star, he's a 100-star. Only thing I see him do is get hit C stars when they get here. We have to start looking at what he is.
Daniel, I'll let you wrap it up. Bob Shoop, look, here's the thing. Media applauded that hire. Fans, it was like they were doing this, refreshing the phones. Did they get him? Did they get him? Please tell me nobody stole him. Did we get him? Everybody wanted Bob Shoop. Hasn't worked out. Didn't work last year. Hasn't been better this year. Your thoughts, Daniel, on the defense?
I think this year the defense is worse, and I think it goes back to, as we go back and I go through practices that we went through from in the spring and in the fall, and I remember hearing or not hearing certain things that we heard in year 1 and year 2, and you start seeing this year 3, year 4, you're starting to lose that discipline that the team has. You don't have even something simple. We used to have a rule that you show 15 minutes early. If it's an 8 o'clock meeting, you're there at 7:45, you're late at 7:46. The team's not doing that anymore, and I think what you're seeing is, okay, well now when we say, okay, we got to gain tackle, we got to have this orange swarm, if you're not keeping your same discipline off the field, you're not going to have it on the field, and I think that's why you see it worse. I don't think it's X's and O's wise. I think it's a simple, you don't have your discipline there.
First time, guys, all I need is a yes or no. First time I thought this team quit. Specifically, I thought the defense quit yesterday. First time I've seen that. Does anybody agree with that or no? Nobody agrees?
I agree. I agree they quit.
I don't.
Okay. How did UT football, after 2 top 25 seasons, go this far into the tank? We'll run through the list and we'll discuss and debate that one next on the Sports Source. Come on back.